Hello Pisces and welcome to Providence. My name is KK and this is your general weekly reading for the week commencing the 30th of August 2020. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're all very well. Once again, this is for the Pisces collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs of Pisces, as well as the cross watchers. Everyone is most welcome here. And as always, please be reminded that this is a general weekly reading and to only take what resonates with you and leave the rest for somebody else out there in the collective Pisces. Well, we start with the Three of Wands for your weekly reading. And the Three of Wands is a card that signifies you having great foresight at the moment. You're preparing for your future. You want to see enterprise expansion happening in the not so distant future in all areas of your life. And this is the week that you are preparing for this. You can't quite see it up at camera, but there's little ships down here in the ocean in which you're overviewing. So figuratively speaking, your ships have come in, but now is the time to build that expansion, to build that enterprise for your future. Very exciting times ahead, I think, Pisces. Let us get all the cards on the deck. We'll get into what this expansion is in your life this week. What are you preparing for? Well, the Hierophant is the card at the bottom of the deck this week for you, Pisces. This is the Taurus card, if that resonates with anybody out there. But because this is the overarching energy for you this week, the Hierophant signals to keep within traditions, conformity, be conservative. The Hierophant, yes, of course, does have a spiritual and a religious overtone to it. It is essentially the Pope card, but I'm really picking up on this idea of tradition this week. I think the message, and you're not going to like this, Pisces, the message of the Hierophant this week and the energy you need to embrace is don't be challenging the status quo. Don't rock the boat this week. This is about taking a conservative approach, a traditional approach to this expansion and this enterprise in your life this week, Pisces. Now, I just said you're not going to like it because I do know that you like rocking the boat, Pisces. Just not this week. Be a little bit conservative this week. What is crossing you? The Eight of Swords is crossing you this week. Now, the Eight of Swords is known as the analysis paralysis card. This is getting into over-analyzing everything, the negative thought loops that you get stuck in. This is a card that also signifies self-imposed restrictions, self-limiting beliefs. We can see here the lady is bound and blindfolded. She's created this prison around her with the Eight of Swords. But as you and I can see, there's a big gap. She can walk straight out of there if she was to take this blindfold off. So this is completely being stuck up in your head. And I think the over-analysis that you're doing at the moment is this self-limiting beliefs that you have about yourself, Pisces. And this is what is going to bind you to restricting yourself and not allowing yourself the potential to move forward, expand in your future. We need to get you out of this state. We need to get you to release your self-imposed restrictions because expansion is happening. It's very hard to expand when you're restricted. Oh, you can't see me. I'm up in a... I'm curling myself up in a ball. So we need to cut the bonds of this restriction so you can expand, you can grow, Pisces. Because that is what the universe wants you to do. You've got the Nine of Wands in your past position. The Nine of Wands is known as the Wounded Warrior card. But it is a card about your courage, your resilience, your persistence. You've made it through the battle. You've lived to tell the tale. It has been a test of your faith. I feel this is a card that represents this ongoing journey for you at the moment, Pisces. You do feel like the wounded warrior. Perhaps, you've got a few bruises and you're a bit battered up through the obstacles that have been put in your way. But now you're really clearly, you've got this great foresight about your future. You are courageous. You are resilient. We know that about you, Pisces. So this is leading you to this expansion in your life. Again, we need to cut the bonds of this restriction. Perhaps you're sort of also in protective mode a little bit. You have been through the walls in recent times, Pisces. Perhaps that's what's restricting you at the moment. You need to let it go. I know that's easier said than done, but you need to let go of that restriction. Open yourself up to expansion. The King of Wands is sitting in your grounding position this week. This is great because the King of Wands is the entrepreneur of the tarot. Very, very honourable, very exuberant, very vibrant, very determined. But the other thing this King of Wands is a great visionary. Now, I don't mean it in the High Priestess kind of way. This is a visionary of being able to see potential in situations, ideas, people that other people can't see, and creating something very successful out of that little spark of potential that the King of Wands sees. And I think the King of Wands sees potential in you, Pisces. This King of Wands can be a man or a woman, and we're speaking about an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. They can see the potential in you. They can see the potential in your ideas. They can see the potential in your expansion. I think they're going to give you some very, very good advice this week in how to cut through these bonds and expand. They can see, if you've got great foresight, the King of Wands has got this great vision in how you can achieve that. And the Star. The Aquarius card in your crowning position this week, Pisces. This is the Aquarius card, if this resonates with anybody out there. The Star is the big one. This is the dream coming true. This is the wishes coming true. This is the Star granting your wish. And by this wish, by this dream manifesting in your life at the moment, it is going to renew your hope, your faith in the universe, in yourself, in the situations that you're in. It's also going to renew your purpose and the path that you need to walk. I really feel this King of Wands is really going to give you some advice about how to get either onto that path that you need to walk for your highest purpose, or they're going to give you some advice about where to turn, where not to turn along that path that you're already walking. And the Ace of Wands is the outcome of this week. Now, the aces are the gifts from the universe to us. Whether this is something that you have been co-creating or whether this is happening in divine timing, the gift of the Ace of Wands is being handed to you this week. And the Ace of Wands is about inspiration. It's about new beginnings. It's about creating something into a very successful new beginning. I just want to show you something. The King of Wands holds this Ace of Wands and now is handing it over to you. I see these little leaves on the Ace of Wands, these little sparks, embers of that inspiration, that potential, those new beginnings, and creating something out of those. And that's what you are doing this week. You're inspired by what you see in your future. You're inspired by expansion and growth and enterprise in your life at the moment. This King of Wands is going to really, really help you along this path. Again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's actually a really exciting reading, Pisces, and I'm feeling quite, I don't want to say spiritual because I don't think it's a spiritual reading, but it's certainly a divinely guided path that you're going to walk. That's the best way I can articulate it. I've almost got little goosebumps on me, Pisces. Anyway, as always, I like to take one final message just to summarise the weekly reading for you. But if you are resonating with this reading, by all means, please give the video a like. Please feel free to leave a comment if you would like to. And if you haven't already, please consider clicking that subscribe button below the video, as I do have ongoing weekly readings available for everyone. Let's get this final message out for you, Pisces. It is the number 33. It is horse spirit. And the message horse spirit brings is freedom is yours. If you choose to walk this path into your future, freedom is yours. You're going to release yourself from these bonds of self-restriction, of your self-limiting beliefs. Everyone can see the potential in you, Pisces. Let us see what other messages horse spirit is bringing you this week. Horse spirit reminds you that no matter the circumstances, you have free will and choices that can take you far away to a better place, a better situation, a better state of being. For there is no one but you to rein in your will to make a different decision. You are capable of making powerful choices that will affect you for a long time to come. Life is an adventure, and horse spirit wants you to know that whatever choices you make, you have the universe within, invisible yet holding you up and always walking by your side. If your inquiry is about a relationship, you can set your heart free to experience love in all its forms. The universe whispers to you that the gift of freedom is yours if you allow yourself to break out of your perfectionism and your stubbornness. Make a move and enjoy the freedom of letting go of the need to control. Oh, that Eight of Swords, Pisces. Let go of the need to control. And on that final message, I wish you a wonderful week ahead. I do look forward to seeing you all next week. And until then, from me to you, much love and light. Bye-bye.